To reach the end of the grand line, I have to let my eyes look straight ahead and fix my gaze directly before me. I have to press on toward the goal to win the prize God has called me to, without ever looking back at the storms behind me. I don't fear the sea because the Lord is my confidence, and He keeps my foot from being taken or slipping off the deck. I know that he who walks with wise men will be wise, so I only sail with a crew that makes me better, because the companion of fools will be destroyed. When the villains mock us, I do not answer a fool according to his folly, because I won't let myself become like them. My spirit is strong because I am joined unto the Lord as one spirit. The testimony of Christ is confirmed in me, and I know that he who began a good work in me will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. SpongeBob once felt empty, despite his American dream life at the Krusty Krab. He realized he was like a fish out of water, because he was living outside the environment of God's presence. He stopped flipped burgers and cried out, "As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, my God." In that moment, Eddie, he found his true purpose was to glorify God with the life he was given. Our souls were made to belong to Him. Pastor Dale Bronner. Weave the meaning right into the story so it's super clear. SpongeBob tried to act like a tough biker, but he felt fake inside. He remembered Psalm chapter 139 verse 14. He was already wonderfully made as a happy fry cook. He realized that ignoring who he really is was a mistake, James chapter 4 verse 17. So he used Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 to fix his mind only on good, honest things, like the joy of flipping burgers and being a loyal friend, instead of worrying about being cool. By thinking about what is true and lovely, he found his inner peace and stayed 100% square. The server of shadows. Steve logged into a massive creative mode server. Everywhere he looked, players were building massive neon statues of themselves. It was pure vanity. Everyone shouting, "Look at me!" while trying to outdo each other with flashy blocks. He spent his time following a group of pro builders who spent all day mocking new players and showing off rare items they didn't even use. Steve realized these were the fools the manual warned about, Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20. By watching them and listening to their toxic chat logs, his own joy was starting to flicker out. "It's all just vapor," Steve sighed, looking at a diamond skyscraper that had no purpose. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 2. He noticed that whenever he focused on their worthless projects, he felt restless. Psalm chapter 119 verse 37. His heart was like a base with no walls, and the foolishness of the server was wandering right in. He knew he had to guard his heart, Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23, or he'd end up just as empty as they were. Steve decided to leave the flashy district. He traveled thousands of blocks away to a quiet mountain biome. He stopped trying to be server famous and started trusting the master builder's design, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. He began building a small, beautiful chapel out of deep slate and oak. It wasn't for likes or clout, it was just to have something pure, Matthew chapter 5 verse 8. As the sun set over the square horizon, a peace far better than any diamond armor settled over him, Philippians chapter 4 verse 7. He had finally protected his foundation. One day in Bikini Bottom, Patrick was sitting under his rock when he saw SpongeBob looking totally stressed about a big cooking contest at the Krusty Krab. Patrick stood up and said, "SpongeBob, remember, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might." Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. "You've got this." SpongeBob smiled, but then Squidward walked by and said something mean about their cooking. SpongeBob started to get angry, but Patrick stepped in and whispered, "A soft answer turneth away wrath." Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1. He just smiled at Squidward and said, "Have a great day, neighbor." Squidward was so confused, he just walked away without another word. As they walked to the contest, Patrick noticed SpongeBob was still shaking. Patrick put a hand on his shoulder, living out Proverbs chapter 17 verse 17. "A friend loves at all times." "Don't worry," Patrick said. "The joy of the Lord is your strength." Nehemiah chapter 8 verse 10. Just have fun with it. SpongeBob won the contest, and as they walked home, Patrick reminded him to rejoice evermore, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 16. They spent the rest of the day jellyfishing, using their skills, just like 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 10 says, using their gifts to bring a little more happiness to the world.